Hey guys, we're about to start. Loka Samasta Suki no Babantu. We're about to start with Tonya. Hey, getting ready over here. Just getting ready for Instagram Live. This is going to be on YouTube, and then we've got other cameras over here making technology work for us. Here we go. Hey, people, we are online. I am here with Tonya, keeping our social distance. And we have a fun flow for you. So start getting your mats ready and rolled up. And if you can't get this now, we will be on YouTube later. So you can basically watch this at any time. So, hi, good to see y'all. Stay connected with me and Tonya, and we'll be doing these offerings. Hopefully, give you something once a day, whether it's yoga, maybe it's a little hit, maybe it's something else, maybe it's just some mindfulness and some mantra. Maybe it's a combination of everything. We just want you to stay safe, stay home, and still enjoy life and get your practices in. So, I just want to say hi, namaste, and let's get started now. Everybody take a big breath in through your nose, and then I want you to sigh it out of your mouth. Get the picture just a little bit. And today's practice is being grateful for the planet that we live on and having all of it's a beautiful day here in New Orleans, and we're starting to see the earth change itself. We're starting to see waters become bluer and clear. We're starting to see animals come out of their habitat and just roam freely. We're starting to see things just be a little bit greener and the air clear. Because when the air gets clear, the sun comes out, and then there's this cosmic energy just gives life and prana. And our plants are what gives us that prana. It's the energy and the breath that comes into life every single day. It helps us breathe, and we need those plants more and more. My cousin Rachel gave me this shirt. It says plants only. That's my thing. I just want you to eat more plants. It really, really does help not only for you, but for the planet. So today is revolved around our beautiful trees. We've had this rainforest thing going on in Brazil, and then we had like these fires in California and in Australia. And today, like yesterday, I went and bought a bunch of plants to restock my garden so I can like do my part, live off of my land. And I want to challenge you to do the same. Like if every person today went and got a small tree or some vegetables or some herbs or something else, we would have more prana and life and energy and oxygen coming into this world. We can do our little part. And when you do this, I mean, we're home alone for some of us, and some of us are with our families and our kids. Like, get them started now. If we learn to plant something, say, once a month, and like I said, it could just be a tiny little plant in a pot, we can make a huge difference in this world. So, let's start out with the sound of Om 3 times, and then we'll do a little bit of a mantra. So, big breath in through your nose, big sigh out of your mouth. Start our class with the sound of your soul waking you up 3 times. The sound of the universe, the sound of Om. Big breath in. Lift your branches up to the sky. Hands come back to heart center. Loka samasta suki no bhavantu means may all beings everywhere be happy, wild, and fucking free. Join along with me. Loka Bhavantu. Two more times. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Big breath in. Big sigh out. I wanted to read this. It's kind of a little poem or thing that indigenous tribes would say when they would move into the forest, and they would talk to their trees. They would say, "My dear trees, the creepers, the insects, and animals, please excuse me for taking a little piece of land to build my hut on. May we live together in harmony and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace." Right, I'm gonna get out of the way so Tonya can get on her mat, and I will be under the camera just speaking, so you'll only hear my voice. Let's start in a downward facing dog. Stretch the pedal out through your feet, bending through the knees, swing the hips, making any movement you need to wake up the body and the soul. And know that at any time, just move like yourself and let that prana and breath and life come all the way from your toes, through your thighs, into your belly, up through your chest, and then in and out the nose, and maybe even the mouth sometimes. And then find stillness. So your feet are your roots until we go upside down. You never know what happens in my classes. And the roots are where we find our grounding. When we can press down, when we can be a little bit more simpler in our lives, then things become a little bit easier and softer. When our feet start getting off of the ground and we're like flying all over the place, then we kind of get into this like distressful situation. Like my head's going in one place, my feet are going somewhere else, my arms maybe somewhere else. And it's okay because it's all about this dance of life. But at the same time, we need to find our roots. Inhale your right foot high to the sky. Ooh, watch out for that. Step it in between your hands. Inhale, the heart reaches forward. Exhale, drop your back knee to the mat. Arms reach forward and up. Anjaneyasana. Sink into your right knee. Sink the hips down. Find space to the sides of the body. Go up and go back. Take a big breath in. Hands come down to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Spin to the left. Wide-legged forward fold. Sway from side to side, bending into each knee. Come back to center. Bend deeply into your left knee, ground your right hand, left arm up to the sky, low rainbow warrior. Look over your right shoulder. We'll come back to this rainbow warrior quite a bit at this practice. Take a big breath in, and then low lunge, top of the mat. Right arm up to the sky, crack it open for a twist. Press your left heel back, crown of the head reaches forward. Keep your right knee tracking straight forward. And squeeze your thigh onto your femur bone. Big breath in, right hand down to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. And then I want you to take your right foot inside your left calf and find a tree pose in plank. Or if you're flexible like Tony, you go to the upper thigh. Make sure it's not on the knee. There you go. Or above the knee. It's a little harder in this to get it there, right? Cool. Keep the hips squared down. Press the earth away. Now you're finding your roots through the palms. Crown of the head reaches forward. Step back, plank pose. Child's pose, knees out wide, big toes touching. Know that you can come back to this pose at any time of your practice to get that prana, to get that your roots back, when you need them the most. To soften. Slide your heart onto the mat for a baby cobra. Hands underneath the shoulders, tops of the feet pressed down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Reach the heart forward, breathe in. Drop your back knee, breathe out. Arms up to the sky. Sink, go up, go back. And then think. From basically like your upper thighs up to your belly button is where your trunk lies. And it's a strength that we start down from when we start to grow and learn from the things down in our roots. It gets us stronger and stronger through the body. Big breath in. Hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Spin to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Go right into it. Bend deeply into your right knee. We only have an hour here. Can't waste any time. Bend deeply to your right. Ground the left. Look over your left shoulder. Right arm up to the sky. Low rainbow warrior. Low lunge. Top of the mat. Fly forward. Left arm up to the sky. Find the twist. Press the right heel back. Keep the crown of the head moving forward. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. And then see if you can maybe start to back bend. But plug that right shoulder in towards your left shoulder. There you go. Beautiful. Big breath in. Left hand to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Sole of the left foot inside the calf tree pose. Plank pose. Shift the weight from front to back on your toes. Shift the weight forward. Lower down all the way to your belly, elbows hugging into your ribcage. Cobra pose. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Start to walk slowly to the top of your mat. When you get there, grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Shake your head out, yes, and shake your head out, no. Drop your hands down to the earth. Slowly rise up one vertebra at a time. Arms are the last thing to reach up to the heavens. Hands at heart center. So last time I did a flow with Tony, I think we did close to the same Suriname scar. Just happened that that's what we picked again today. So archer's pose, you'll step your right foot back, and like you have a bow and arrow. Beautiful. Floating tree pose. Beautiful. Now right knee meets left knee, perch pose, hands to the ground. Knees meet. It's like you're a bird on a wire. Your left heel is into your right heel is into your right bum. Inhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Lower down to your belly. Cobra pose, heart comes in between the shoulders. And then hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Left leg comes high, right leg comes high to the sky. I'm sorry. Step it in between your hands. Left meets right. Inhale, long spine, top of the mat. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, rise. Left foot steps back to archer's pose. Floating tree pose. Inhale. Perch pose, exhale, knees meet. Inhale, your left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Lower down to your belly. Cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Right meets left. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, rise. Archer's pose, right foot behind left foot. Floating tree pose. Inhale. Exhale, perch pose. Inhale, your right foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Pause here. Squeeze the thighs and abs. Shift the weight forward, 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 lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Keep the thighs lifted. Beautiful, Tonya. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky. Step in between your hands. Left meets right. Top of the mat. You know where we're going. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, rise. Left foot comes back. Archer's pose. Floating tree pose. And then perch pose, fold. Inhale, your left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Go through your vinyasa. Always the option. Swipe left on your vinyasas and just meet us in the downward facing dog. If you don't know what swiping left is or swiping right, ask somebody who's single. Left leg high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Right knee left, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Right foot steps back. Archer's pose. Floating tree pose. perch pose, and then step it back. Downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose, go through your foot. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Big breath in through your nose. Big sigh out of your mouth. Bend your knees. Look forward. Jump to the top of your mat. Exhale. Fold into yourself. Inhale. Rise. Press down through your roots. Reach your branches tall. Left foot steps back. Archer's pose. Floating tree pose. Perch pose. Be that bird of freedom. Step back. Downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose and then go through your flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Look forward. Jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Press your heels down. Sink your butt back. Keep the spine long. Big breath in. Exhale, diver's pose. Belly pulls in and up. Slight micro bend into the knees. Crown of the head keeps reaching forward. Inhale, chair pose. Sink the booty. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to the shins. Hands to the mat, jump or step back. Go through your flow. Upward facing dog. Hips to the sky. We'll take a breath or two here. And in this practice, who cares if you make mistakes, right? Bob Ross, he loved trees. We all know his happy little trees. And he used to say, like, we don't make mistakes. We just make happy little accidents. And that's where we get to learn and we get to grow. It's just like a tree. It might go one way at one point, and then it shifts because it knows it needs to straighten out and go the opposite way. Right leg high to the sky. Peaceful warrior. It's a little zippy today. Go up and back. Rainbow warrior. Send your hips back. OMG. Left foot behind right foot. Find that cosmic curtsy. Floating tree pose. So the left foot comes inside the thigh. No, float it. Keep it floating. Keep it floating. Now, gently step back. Triangle pose. Right hand down to your chin. Left arm up to the sky. Make sure your right toes are on 12 o'clock. There you go. Left toe slightly turned in. Soften the left hip forward. Crown of the head keeps moving forward. Beautiful. Peaceful warrior. Go up and back. And then cartwheel your hands to the mat. Make it yours. Move like you. High-low push-up. And then downward facing dog. You can do knees, chest, chin, just like she did as well. Modify, amplify. You make it yours. Maybe she'll do a handstand a little bit. Left leg high to the sky. Take it away. Peaceful warrior. Go up and back. All the colors of the rainbow. Send that right knee back. Oh my goddess pose. Top of the mat. You know we're going floating tree pose. We'll pause here. We'll start to move a little quicker. I want you to just find your roots here. Press down through your left foot. Grow an inch taller. Beautiful. Triangle pose on the left side. Left hand comes down. Right foot to the back of your mat. Blocks are always great whenever you need them. Lungs are expanding and contracting like the lotus flower, coming up from mud, finding that beauty of light every single day. Peaceful warrior, go up and back. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. All right, so we're going to start adding on here. A little bit quicker, one breath, one movement to start. Right leg high to the sky. Peaceful warrior, go up and back. Rainbow warrior, bend into your left knee. Oh my goddess pose, top of the mat. Floating tree pose, sole the left foot inside the thigh. Peaceful warrior, changing it up here to the back. There you go. Nope, peaceful warrior. There you go. Peaceful warrior to the front. Double up your piece to the back. Now triangle pose. I said back, my bad. I meant to step your left foot back. It's okay. That's why these are happy little mistakes. Alright, we're in triangle pose at the back of the mat. Okay. From here, you're going to bring your right hand down and start coming through Prasarita, through a devotional warrior, all the way to half moon, right hand down, left arm up to the sky. Beautiful, flex your lifted foot. Squeeze through your right thigh, but keep some water into your right knee. And then land an extended side angle right forearm to your right thigh. All right, use a block. There you go. Start soft. We all start as these little seedlings, and then we can start to grow once we know a little bit more about ourselves. Once we can feel a little bit of change and difference, but it's taking the small steps to get there. Half lines. Peace warrior, go up and back. Then curl your left hand to the mat, side plank, Vashisthasana. Stack your right foot on top of your left foot. Make sure your wrist is under your shoulder. Lift your right leg and find tree pose. Inside the calf or inner thigh, lift the hips. Lift the hips. Take a big breath in. Right hand comes to the mat. Vinyasa of your choice. Step your right foot back. Go through your flow. Left leg comes high to the sky. Peaceful warrior. Up and back is where we'll go. Find space to the left side of the body. Rainbow warrior. You know we're going, oh my goddess pose. OMG. Floating tree pose. We got two peaceful warriors. One to the front, one to the back. Double it up. Dance it around. Make this a beautiful dance of your life into triangle pose. Spread the arms. Soften that left hip. Left hand down and around to Ardha Chandrasana, right into it. Boom, grab the block. Look at that. Bring the ground up to you. Sometimes we need support in being grounded. That's when we can ask for help. Maybe it's a block. Maybe it's a therapist. Maybe it's just you getting on your mat. We can't do this alone. Extended side angle. Forearm to thigh, right fingertips reaching overhead. Finding that long line of breath, prana, energy from the bladed side of your right foot all the way through your right fingertips. See if you can make that right arch lift more. There you go. Beautiful. But keep pressing both big toes down. There you go. Half bind. Find that left hip crease. Open up the right shoulder. Peaceful warrior. Kick it up and back. Right hand to the mat. Vashisthasana. Side plank. When I was in India, tree pose in your side plank, I got to go to Batista's cave. When I tell you one of the most meditative experiences I've ever had, to sit in the dark cave where Batista, one of the great sages and seers, and then Vinyasa when you're ready, went and, did his thing, where he did his meditations. Right leg high to the sky. Last round, peaceful warrior. You know you're going to move on your own breath. Rainbow. Oh my goddess. Floating tree pose. Two peacefuls. We'll meet triangle back to the mat. Set it free. Make it yours. Come down and around Ardha Chandrasana in front of the house. Option for Champasana. Bend to your left knee. Reach to the top of the foot. Kick your knee straight back. And then soften your left hip forward. And if you fall, those are just those happy little accidents. Beautiful. Gently release the bind. Extended side angles where we'll meet. Option for the half. Option for the full bind. Okay, we're going to have a couple options here. So as you're opening the heart, there's a softer version and a little bit harder version. So, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Okay, you can keep the bind if you have it, if not half bind, or get out the bind altogether. Bird of paradise, so you press down to your left foot, or tree pose on the right side. So, right foot inside your calf or inner thigh. If you're in bird, stay there. If you're in tree pose, come into a lotus tree, and now Tonya's going to come into a lotus tree. So, if you're in bird, lotus tree. So now your right foot is inside your hip crease. From here, I'm going to open up this block, or a block is great, or your water bottle. Left hand down, right hip opens. Half moon with your tree. Beautiful, beautiful. Open up. Squeeze those shoulder blades, melt them, and breathe. Gently release the right leg down. Left. Slowly rise up to stand. Step your left foot back, peaceful warrior. Left hand to the mat, Vashisthasana. Tree pose with the right foot. Keep your tree pose. Find that connection between the inner thigh and the right foot. Right hand to the ground, plank pose. Keep the tree. Keep the tree. Now, left arm up to the sky. Keep the tree underneath you. Keep the tree. Lift the hips. Lift the heart. Big breath in. Left hand to the mat. Vinyasa. Keep that right foot back. Go with your flow. Beautiful, Tonya. Last time, going into the left side. You know where we're going. Take it up and away. Three-legged dog. Find peace. Up and back. Bend to the right knee. Rainbow. Oh my goddess. OMG. Float it. Tree. Dance it to the back of the mat. Two peacefuls. Triangle. Come down around the devotion through Prasarita into your Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Beautiful. It's this circle of life. It's the karma. Grab that top foot. Ardha Champasana. The circle of life that we keep going in and around, because what we do one day is something that will affect us the next day. And then we learn, and then that karmic circle comes back again, and it changes that path. Gently release, extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh, half into the full bind. When you are ready, right hand comes around, left arm can come under. Open up the right shoulder. Look down at your left toe. Step your right foot top of the mat, wherever you're at, with the bind or without the bind. Bird of paradise or tree pose inside the calf or inner thigh with your left foot. Press down to your right foot. Get taller. And then left foot inside the hip crease, wherever you're at. So if you're in regular tree, we're in this other tree now. And then grab a block or your water bottle. And then you're going to bring your right hand down. Left knee goes towards the back of the house. Ardha Chandrasana with your half lotus tree. Get it, T. Yeah. Hold it. Breathe. And then left foot meets your right foot, top of the mat. Slowly rise up. Right foot steps back, peaceful warrior. Big step. Right hand to the mat, Vashisthasana, make it yours, side plank. Lift your left leg, put it on your right thigh for tree. Keep your tree, left hand to the mat. Keep your plank, right arm up to the sky. Lift the hips. Press the bladed side of your right foot down in your right big toe mound. Look up. Big breath in as a community here. Right hand down to the ground. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose and then come into child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes touching. And coming back to our intention of being more like trees, or being more involved with the plants and the trees, especially let's say the trees now. Think about like some of like the greatest like thinkers. You see them like under a tree, right? Or even Buddha, when he found enlightenment, he was under the Bodhi tree. And this is one of the best places where you can learn yourself, and maybe the tree is the guru, or maybe your guru and you are sitting there, enjoying nature, trying to find that enlightenment. Trying to ground down, not being closed inside of something. So not only do you feel free in your body, but you start to feel free in your heart and your mind. slowly come back up to downward facing dog. All right, big breath in through your nose. Big sigh out of your mouth. Left leg high to the sky. Left one. Ah, step it between your hands. All right, high lunge. Inner thighs roll towards each other. Find a little bounce. And then put your right knee into your chest and hold it with your right hand. Left arm up to the sky. Flex your right foot. Step back to your high lunge. Right knee into your chest. Left arm to the sky. Step your right foot back. Right knee into your chest. Stay here. You can hold here or reach for your big toe. Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana A. Keep your right heel out in front of you. Keep your hips, your right hip the same level as your left hip. Press down to your left foot. Eagle pose. Right leg wraps around. Right arm comes under. Pull that right hip back. Now, from here, I want you to unravel the arms and then make some movement in your eagle pose. So what I'm going to call this is cypress tree, because all the roots and the trunk down at the bottom are all twisted and tangled, and then it becomes this beautiful thing that covers our swamps here in Louisiana. Chair pose. Right foot meets left foot. Hands come to heart center. Twist over to the right. Left elbow inside your right knee. Put your left hip back. Sink the booty lower than the heels, and heels start to press in even more into the earth. All right, we've done it plenty today. Perch pose. Left heel to your left butt cheek. The belly in and up. Now, see if you can kick your left foot straight back. Pull through the left inner thigh. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now drop it off for your revolve lunge. Inner thighs roll towards each other. Hips stay square. Keep the belly off of the thigh and keep rolling your left ribs up towards the heavens. Inhale your arms high to the sky. Big breath in. And then exhale, hands come down to frame your front foot. Step your left foot halfway up the mat for pyramid pose. Soften and breathe. And from here, any arm variation is good. She's got reverse namaste. Sometimes you just want to relax. You can grab opposite elbows, fist bumps, sometimes hands just to the ground. Blocks are great here to bring the floor to you. Ground your left hand. Grab the blocks. Yeah, bring the block, bring it to the other side of the foot. Bring it a little higher. There you go. Beautiful. This is like the easier version. So soften the left hip forward, pull the right hip back, and then right arm up to the sky. Keep pressing down through your back foot and your right toe mount. Keep the crown of the head moving forward. Big breath in. And then look out in front of you. Bring a block with you. Lift your left leg. Revolve half moon. Pull up to the left inner thigh. Keep the hips square. Take a big breath in, and then right hand to the mat. Move the block out to the side now. Okay, move your right foot back just a little so your hands can come onto the mat. Standing splits. Okay, Tonya. Now, this is where I'm going to challenge you. So we're going to have some handstand hops, okay? So the left leg will pull you up, and then I want you to try to get your right foot to become a tree and meet it when you go up into your handstand. So right foot comes inside your left inner thigh or calf. She's like, what are you making me do? Oh, yes it is. Look between your fingertips. You've got this. Just try. There you go. And just try. Pull up. Try to get your foot inside your thigh. Stop. Jumping off that bottom knee, pull up through the inner left thigh is your work. It's where you pull up from. Strong. Keep that left leg straight. Keep that left leg straight. Pull up through the left inner thigh. Left leg stay straight. Pull up through the left inner thigh. One more time. Get it up. And then see the spinal twist. Left knee behind your right ankle. Right hand behind your seat. Left elbow side your right knee. Twist, twist, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale. Look towards the back of the house. Start to rinse out all those things that maybe we've been putting in our body that we don't really need right now, especially while, some things might be limited to us, like fresh fruits and vegetables. I haven't been in the store in a few days, so I don't even know, but I have enough to keep me right now, and that's why I'm growing this garden. So I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going back to finish the other 2 beds today. Big breath in. Counter twist, forearms to the left side of the mat. Boat pose. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Smiling boat. Tree boat. Rock and roll 2 to 3 times. And then cross your ankles, jumper, step back, vinyasa. Right leg high to the sky. I'm sure step in between your hands. High lunge. Alright, find that buoyancy, find that little bounce, and then left knee into your chest. Grab it. Bam. Flex your left foot. Step back, high lunge. Bounce it out. Left knee into your chest. Step back. Left knee into your chest. Grab for the big toe. Or keep the knee. Totally up to you. Grow 2 inches taller. Beautiful. Eagle pose. Left leg wraps around. Left arm comes under. Pull that left hip back. Hug muscle to bone. Now release the arms and cypress tree it out. She's all twisted at the bottom. She's growing down so she can grow up. Make this beautiful canopy to give shade and protection to all her loved ones. And then chair pose. Sink your booty down. Hands come to the heart. Twist to the left. Keep twisting. Right ribs up. Find your perch. Right heel, right butt. Belly in up. Keep the knees in line. It's okay. Fall out. Get back into it. You got this, T. Extend the right leg straight back. Hold it. Hold it. Pull up to the right inner thigh. Right inner thigh. That's what gives you your handstand hop. It's that right inner thigh. You don't bend it and drop it off. Keep the twist. Keep the twist. Breathe. Squeeze the right thigh. High lunge, arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Hold it. Exhale, hands to the ground. Pyramid pose. Step your right foot up. Just a foot or 2. Maybe you're finding a little bit more openness on this side. Maybe it's a little bit harder on the left side. But it's finding the place that you feel protected. Maybe sometimes our shoulders don't open, our hamstrings aren't as flexible. Sometimes it's our mind and our soul that's not flexible. Sometimes we're just like all on one side and you can't start to like talk to somebody and see like their side and maybe like, oh my God, maybe I'm wrong. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Revolve triangle. How can we look at both sides? How can we see that no matter what, we're all in this together? I have different views here and there, but there's a universal truth. Look out in front of you, bring your left hand with a block or water bottle. I should take away her blocks and just make her use her water bottle because not everybody's got blocks at home. Or books. Books would be great. There you go. The water bottle. It's the water bottle switcheroo. It's a fancy, fancy yoga move. Standing splits. Okay. Do not bend the right knee. So keep pulling up to that left inner thigh. See that left inner thigh? That's what gives you strength. Do not bend to the right knee. There you go. See how it's pulling you up? And now left foot meets the right to bring it up with you. Look into your fingertips. Press the earth away. Let your hands become your roots. 2 more. You got this, Tonya. 1 more. And then see the spinal twist. Right knee behind. Twist to the left. Keep grounding your sits bones down. So the head can keep reaching up as the spine lengthens through every inhale. Another big breath in. And then counter twist forms to the right side of the mat. And then come on into boat pose, Navasana. Low boat, high boat. She's like, are we going to do the fun boat today? I don't know. You never know what happens in my classes. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is what we're doing, low boat. High boat. Equal wrap your right leg around your left leg. Oh. Low boat. And then high sacral straight. And then switch your legs. And then low boat. And then high sacral straight. And then altar pose. Drop your feet, drop your hands. Big breath in. Stick out your tongue, make some noise, Tonya. And then lower down to your booty. Lay down on your back. How y'all doing out there? Got a few people still with us. I know it's 11 o'clock. Some people have work. Some people have nothing to do. Don't worry. We will be sending this out later. Roll onto your belly, please. Arms down by your side. Zip your toes up. On your next inhale, press through your belly. Chin comes to center. Lift the heart, the arms, the legs. Locust pose. Keep pressing down. Keep lifting. Big, big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Shimmy your hips from side to side. Now today, we've had a little zippy practice. We're going to take something a little bit softer here. We're going to take 2 floor bows. But in between, we're going to take a big amount of rest. Sometimes we need to bring in the softness with the tapas. Bend your knees, reach for the tops of your feet. Press your shins back towards me. Flex the feet. Press down through the belly. Lift up. Lift up. 1 more big breath in as a community. Exhale, slowly lower down. Extend the legs behind you. Okay. Now, I want you to find with your right leg a floating tree pose onto the ground. So you're going to open up your right hip. There you go. Beautiful. And this is it. You'll bring your right cheek to the mat and stay. And trees are like these big, majestic things, right? They can be small, but then we can look at like these like redwoods and these things, and what they do is they start as a tiny little seed, and they keep growing, growing, and growing, and they keep reaching for the heavens. But none of these trees can grow taller without sinking their roots down into the mud. And when they're this little seedling, they have to fight and fight and fight to start becoming this tree. They have to go through the mud. They have to go through hell. They have to understand what something feels like sometimes so they can grow. So they become something beautiful so that they can spread their branches, so they can be the support for others, the protection, the teachers. As DTF always says, no mud, no lotus. Where do we start from? And how do we bloom from these murky and murky dark waters? It's like the cypress tree. The cypress tree, their roots are basically in the soil and underwater, and they still survive because they grow up and they find that prana and energy from the sun, and they get the oxygen from the other plants around them, and then the algae gives them the nutrients that are down growing on their bark. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Bend into your knees, reach to the tops of your feet. Dhanurasana one more time. Keep pressing back. Keep opening up the heart. One more big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Find your lazy tree pose on the left side, left cheek to the mat this time. So switch the cheeks, just to give the body a little bit of balance. And then find softness. How can we be more like trees? How can we be like Bob Ross says, be these happy beings all the time? How can we do our part in humanity to save these things? Can we start planting seeds? Can we start saving our ozone layer? Can we stop buying single-use plastic? What are the steps that we can take to save the things that give us life, to give us prana and energy? Left foot steps back, roll onto your back, please. We're going to keep it nice and soft today. So let's take a block and let's take a restorative bridge. We'll take one more bridge after this. But a block underneath your sacrum, it could be a blanket, like all stacked up. It could be, I don't know if books would work. It'd have to be a pretty thick book. Just something to give yourself a little support. Start to press your feet down. Lift your hips off the block and then remove the block. We'll stay in bridge for about 5 more breaths. Shoulder blades walk underneath the body. Press through your feet. Big breath in. Slowly lower down. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet. Sway from side to side. knees into your chest. And let them fall over towards the left side. Gaze goes over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and then let them fall to the opposite side. Knowing at home, you don't have to rush through this. We only have an hour on Instagram Live. So, trying to get all this in with a Shavasana and some mantra and everything else. Slowly actually stay right there. And then come to your back. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee, and we're going to find a figure 4 on your back. So recline pigeon pose. So foot can stay right there, or you can bring your left knee into your chest. Hands come behind your hamstring, and then press your right knee away from you. Flex the feet. And bring your left ankle on top of your left knee. Your left ankle on top of your right knee. I'm sorry. And let's find a reclined pigeon again. And then release. Come up to a nice comfortable seat. Extend your right leg long. Swell the left foot inside the thigh. Left hand behind your seat. Take it up and away for stargazer. Take a big breath in. Drop your seat. Reach for your right foot. Janu Sirsasana. Slowly come up. Switch your feet. Left foot inside the right thigh. Right hand behind your seat. Go up and away. Reach for the sun that brings you all these beautiful green trees, bushes, and plants. Drop your seat. Reach for your left foot. Slowly rise up. Extend your right foot to meet your left foot at the top of the mat. Flex the toes back towards the shins. Inhale the arms high to the sky. And leading with the heart. The chest come down towards the thighs, hands to the outside of your shins, feet, wherever they may land. And then slowly come up to a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seat. And Tonia's going to move to the back of the mat just for a second. Thank you, Tonya. Right. Coming back to this old prayer from indigenous tribes here in North America. And this is a prayer to become one with the earth, the trees, the animals, so that we can all live together. My dear trees, creepers, insects, and animals, please excuse me for taking a little piece of land to build my hut on. May we live together in harmony and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take one more minute, or stay here as long as you like in a seated meditation. Think about doing your part to bring more prana into this earth. How can we clear the skies, clean the waterways, make the air better to breathe? Shavasana. Start to find some awareness back into your breath, into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make circles with your wrists and your ankles. Grow your branches long overhead like you're just waking up. And then pull your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice big squeeze. Slowly roll to your right side. Take another big, big, deep breath in here. And then let it go. Press up through your hands up to a nice, comfortable seat. Hands at heart center. We'll end our practice just like we started with the sound of the universe 3 times. The sound of everything, the sound of life, energy, and prana, the sound of Om. Big breath in. Lift your branches up to the sky. Cosmic holler. Send it out to the heavens. Hands come to your third eye, the place of intuition. Thank you so much for joining us today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Tonya. I challenge all of you today, go plant something or something this week. Post it, tag me, tag Tonya, tag whoever, tag 3 friends. Say, go plant something, a tree, a flower, or whatever it is. You'll stay happy, you'll stay healthy, keep coming back If you didn't get this, you can share it to other people, and I'll be on YouTube later with y'all.